I feel anxious about whether he truly loves me or not. This is a serious concern. And there's even something called anxious attachment style. So there's avoidant attachment style, which I will not talk about now. But there's anxious attachment style. People who have anxious attachment style, they need generally more reassurance from their partner for them to trust that this person really loves me. So if other people, their boyfriend can just call them and not say I love you and it just ends. Someone have anxious attachment style, they begin to read meaning to it. That, why didn't he say he didn't love me? Why didn't he say he loves me? Could it be that I've done something wrong? Could it be that you begin to calculate, and even when there's no problem, they'll be creating problem. So it might be that you have this attachment style. One thing that helps is that if you have anxious attachment style, there is no amount of reassurance your partner gives that is ever going to be enough. Even if they tell you I love you 1,000,000 times per day, one day if they say it 1,000,000 minus 1, you are going to begin to think maybe he doesn't love me again. And other people are just getting 2 I love you in a day. You are getting 1,000,000 minus 1, and you are still thinking that. So the problem is not fully on him. Let's say it's 50-50. So for you now, you need to constantly remind yourself. It's not going to change because this is something that is built from what the experiences you have had during your childhood, your relationship with your caregivers. That's what built it. So it's not going to change all of a sudden. You need to get to this point of awareness that you have an anxious attachment style, meaning you have a greater need for reassurance than usual. It is a problem. I'm not saying something is wrong with you, but you have a greater need than usual. So there's a peculiarity in your case. When you have this awareness, you constantly reassure yourself even before getting his reaction in this situation that, okay, I'm overthinking this thing. There are sometimes that there are no problems and I'm the one creating problem. So if your anxiety is rising that does he really love me or not, you settle with yourself before you go to him and type 10 DMs. It seems you don't love me, blah, blah, blah. Sit down with yourself and ask that, really, am I just the one overthinking this thing? Is it really worth it? Like, after you think and think and think, you reassure yourself a bit. But it does not end here. You let him know of your need for reassurance. And you don't say it with fight. It's something that is a communication both of you can have, that okay, I need you to reassure me from time to time that you really love me. And if there are some things he does that makes you feel this feeling of maybe he does not love you, bring it up. Whenever you do this, I don't feel seen. I feel as if you're neglecting me. I like you to make adjustments in these areas. He's not going to be able to do every of your demands, but if you see him making that constant effort, that okay, every time you point out something, he adjusts. You also, as a person, make adjustments that he really loves me. You assure yourself and ask for his reassurance. Assure yourself, ask for his reassurance. That's how you continually balance it out moving forward. But on the other end now, if the signs are very obvious that he's not doing the barest minimum, you have to be the one to beg him before he gives you attention. You have to be the one to beg him before he makes any move. Then that one, there's nothing to be afraid. The signs are very obvious. I think for people who don't have anxious attachment style, many times when they're asking this question of does he really love me, is because you know he does not love you, but you are not willing to let go. So that's why you're trying to force a proof that does not exist to exist, and there's nothing to force. If it's not there, it's not there. Just swallow the hard pill and let it go that he does not love you.